Welcome back to TMZ Verified. I'm Steph.
I'm Isaac.
I'm Chantal. I'm Ava.
And you may know Ava as the girl who licked the toilet seat during COVID, her time on Dr. Phil, and her alleged relationship right now with Monty Lopez. On your IG bio, it says that you're New Jersey trash. What brings you to LA then?
I've been coming here since I was 19? I think the first time I came to LA, I went to Coachella.
Okay.
I was in college and I was like, oh my God, I want to live here so bad. And I always wanted to be famous when I was younger. I lost most likely to be famous in high school. So it was like a vendetta I had to achieve it. And then I came out here for Dr. Phil and it was still I wanted to live here so bad. And then I hated everyone here. So I stuck in New Jersey and I come out here for work.
Okay, so you did go on Julia Fox Forbidden Fruits podcast. I wanted to ask you, you did say that everything you do is calculated.
Yeah.
Now, as you know, we are on social media 24/7 here at TMZ. When I come across your stuff, you do peg me as someone that's oh, she knows what she's doing when it comes to being in the spotlight. From day one, you really know how to get a headline, do all that stuff. Would you say everything you do is calculated?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's a mistake. Especially even with Monty, it's that was intentional. You know what I'm saying?
But everything?
I don't think I've ever gone viral by accident.
I want to clarify, if someone hasn't seen your Dr. Phil special, what was that whole thing about?
That was I went on there 3 times. But the first one?
The first initial one that really blew up.
Yeah, I was tripping on acid.
Okay.
And
what year was this?
2019.
Okay.
I dropped some acid in Barney's, New York, and then my friends said you should go on Dr. Phil, so I was tripping and I applied to Dr. Phil.
Okay, what did you say was your tagline?
Well, I said that I was addicted to social media because I hadn't seen anyone do that yet.
Smart.
So I was okay, let's try it out.
Then maybe I should go on because I'm addicted to social
Honestly,
media.
it's so hard to get on these days. Or it's easy to get on, but it's hard to go viral. It's hard to go viral because it's I feel
So why do you think they picked you?
I think they pick anyone. I feel it's so easy to get on that show.
Okay.
And then I got my 2 friends to come out with me, and because my family wasn't gonna do it, and I said, can I have my friends come and pretend they knew me since childhood and stuff like that? So they pretended they knew me since childhood and that they were so concerned about me, and I stuck my foot in his face, and it went viral-ish. I gained a lot of followers, but obviously didn't garner a bad baby type of audience. So I made that song Skinny Legend Anthem that went viral on TikTok right after to try and blow myself up more. But the song didn't end up going viral till 2020.
I remember.
So, yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Iconic.
So that's kind of what I did.
Okay.
You spoke about your legend anthem. Are there any more songs coming?
Well, I made the Puff Bar Pussy one.
Right.
But it didn't really blow up. I have a lot of other stuff going on. So we fit music in here, here and there. I'm not talented at all. I can't sing, nor can I rap. But I can get really drunk and make something.
I feel your angle is you know how to get
attention.
That's
basically it. And it's
But that's what this industry, and people,
Yeah.
like you said, people aren't going to admit that. But I really think that, I can even see you relevant 10 years from now, which most people can't say.
Well, look at Trisha and Julia Fox too.
Right.
The reason me and her get along, we were friends even before she was with Kanye, is because she's really good at getting some attention, her 15 minutes, and continuing to blow up, and she's always in the news now and stuff like that. Everyone's watching what she's doing, and I feel that's kind of the same path I'm on. But people hate me for it so much. But Kim Kardashian borrowed Nicole Richie's dog to be on the cover of a dog magazine, and I watched her True Hollywood Story, and she used to hide in the same hotels Britney Spears was in.
Okay.
And pretend she had lunch with Britney, and rent a Bentley and get paparazzi'd. So
Right, we've been doing this for years now. It's
Yeah.
just different with social media.
That's essentially what they did. And Paris and all of them. Kim was messy. No one liked Kim when she was coming up, and look at how well respected she is now.
Right.
But it's I just admit it. I'm always yeah, of course I'm clout chasing. Yeah, I made up the Jeffrey Kanye rumor. Yeah, I'm talking to Monty Lopez for clout. So what?
Yeah.
And it's that intimidates people because I feel their egos in Hollywood are so big, and influencers' egos are so big. They want to just seem people effortlessly care about them. I'm they don't. I'm unless
you
you're
you have to make them care.
yeah. I'm unless you're in some messy scandal, I don't think people are paying attention.
Yeah, so going to the Kanye Jeffree Star rumor that you started, where did that even come from?
I was on a lot of Adderall and bored in bed with my ex-boyfriend, and I was blowing up on TikTok so much. Every day I was going viral because I feel it was a lot easier in 2021.
COVID.
Yeah, like around that time. So I was like going viral constantly just for like all this crazy stuff I was doing, like documenting my life. I was really good with jokes and stuff like that and just being extreme. And I saw Kim and Kanye were getting divorced, and I was so addicted to TikTok at that point. I was making like 15 TikToks a day, just like on a lot of Adderall in my room. I was like, how can I like make a TikTok and start something with this? I had no idea Jeffree Star lived in Wyoming. Like,
oh, you didn't even know that
no,
aspect. So that played perfectly into that
That's
story.
why it got so big, because I just said like, and it's like, obviously I do know a lot of celebrities. I do know a lot of people in LA. I just said like, hey, like I heard Jeffree's hooking up with Kanye. Well, I heard Kanye's hooking up with a beauty influencer. And the first thing that came to my mind was James Charles. But then everyone said, oh my God, Jeffree moved to Wyoming. And that's how it got as big as it did. So I ran with it for the week.
Okay.
And then I was like, it was too smart. And like everything else I say is true. Like every other celebrity experience I've had, every other like thing I've done in life is 100% true. So I'm like, I'm not going to continue to lie about this.
Right.
But don't you think people, because you made that up, like don't believe you now when you come out and
All
say
the
other
time.
things? Like has that backfired?
Yeah, of course it's backfired.
But I do want to say, like, you posted on, I think it was Instagram, and you were like, oh, it's funny how Sherry and Young Gravy are getting no backlash for like dating, but then you're getting backlash for dating Monty. Like, can you give us like what you mean by that? Is this what you mean?
Young Gravy, I think he had a viral moment with his song.
Right.
Women were simping over him. But the song's not really trending anymore. I haven't seen Young Gravy TikToks in a while. He had his moment for like 2-3 weeks, but that's how viral moments last every
Totally.
single time. I've gone through them. Every time I have a scandal or a viral moment, I know it's gonna last a week. I'm lucky if it lasts 2. Like that's just how it is. So Young Gravy obviously is using Sherry for clout, and I know this because like my friends are texting him and stuff, like sending him nudes and stuff. So he's not officially dating Sherry.
Okay.
But like it was genius on his part, because if Young Gravy went to the VMAs by himself, I don't think people were going to be simping over Young Gravy and talking about him on the level they like were because
Right.
Sherry was there. So obviously he wants to keep his exposure up. That's great for his career. So he used Sherry. But he wants to look at me like he called me a clout chaser for the Monty thing, and I was just like, yeah, but you're with Addison Rae's mother.
Right.
Like, how does that not make you a clout chaser as well? But they always love to deny it because it hurts their ego.
Timeline-wise, though, you said that you were talking to Young Gravy, and then Monty was interested. So was there an overlap where you were like, oh, should I hang out with or do business with Young Gravy versus Monty, or did it kind of flow?
I don't think there was going to be any business with Young Gravy. We were
okay.
just going to
Was that like another slide in the DMs kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because all these Hollywood men, like, they'll answer anybody. To all the girls listening to this, just send a picture of your butt and you're in. I've been doing
Really?
it for years. Yeah, I could tell you every celebrity in my DM. It's just like, it's pretty easy. And now that I'm verified too, it definitely makes it easier. I don't have to
I
send
was gonna
like,
say, don't you think being verified helps?
oh yeah, I don't have to send like nudes anymore to get their
You
attention.
just get the hey, and then you're like,
Yeah.
So
But
let's
wait,
say,
go-
sorry, go.
No, sorry. I just want to go back to the Wyoming Kanye, Jeffree Star. Did either of Jeffree Star or Kanye like ever get in touch with you?
Jeffree Star blocked me, even though I think Jeffree Star
Loved it.
honestly, I revived his career a little bit with that rumor
Yes.
because he got canceled for being racist back in 2020. He was done. No one wanted to interview Jeffree Star. No one wanted to work with Jeffree Star. But I put that rumor out there, and then all of a sudden I see Jeffree on Impulsive and stuff like that. And people are asking him about Kanye.
Right.
He was on BFFs, and they were asking him about Kanye. And
You're
they
so
always
right.
they always love to say like, oh, some girl made it up, but we're not going to say her name. We don't want to give her the attention or anything. And I'm just like, why do you guys think you're so self-important when I did you a favor?
And then what about Kanye?
Oh, I've never heard from Kanye, no.
Anyone in the family?
I think I said something too. I was just like, well, since Chris is threatening me and I've made so much money off this scandal on OnlyFans, I'm going to like make my apology to Kris Jenner by buying Skims. So I'll be like, all my fans watching this video and everyone who like fucks with me here, I'm like, tell me what size Skims you are and we're gonna order it all. That's my apology to the family. I think I said that.
That's really funny. So now, yeah, you said it before that you're dripping in Skims.
Yeah, I can't wear anything but Skims because I got a BBL. So as much as I've like messed with that family, I still support them.
When I first found you on TikTok, you were talking about, I think this was 2020, and you were talking about your BBL, and you were talking about how celebrities lie about it and like blah, blah, blah. What would your...
Yeah, well, like I have a BBL.
Okay.
And BBLs function like real fat. Like you can lose them.
Okay.
And it's just like, I don't know why they lie.
So that's what I've wanted to know, and I think so many people who are going to be watching and listening. can you undo a BBL?
My friend apparently undid hers, my friend in Miami, and they inject you with fat dissolvent stuff. It's not really like, I know my friend, she got fat transferred to her hips and she got it liposuctioned out, but it's like not an easy process. My recovery period was horrible.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the recovery for a BBL like?
Oh my God, you're like in bed for like a month. Like I looked awful. Like my face was super swollen from it. Like obviously I wasn't good in recovery. I like went and blacked out in Miami. But I drank an entire bottle in 1942 when I should have been in bed. But
Are
like,
you not in pain?
no, it doesn't hurt. You're just super
She's like,
uncomfortable.
I numb the pain with alcohol.
Yeah, you're just like super, super uncomfortable. And so like your skin feels hard and weird and like you're bruised for up to a year and there's like lumps on your stomach for up to a year and you have to get massages. It's just a whole big thing.
Can you not sit either?
Oh,
Or-
I couldn't sit for 2 weeks, but I mean, I don't really think I followed any of the aftercare instructions.
and how is it now?
Honestly, it's all good.
Good.
So it worked out great.
We love it.
Do you have any regrets in your career this far? Like, do you wish you would have, like, any of these scandals? Do you wish you would have done any of them differently?
I don't think so. Honestly, because it's like they've gotten me so much. And it's like I think people fail to recognize because they'll always comment on my TikToks. They'll be like, oh, your 15 minutes of fame is going to be up so quickly. Like, especially with like the Monty thing and whatever. I'm like, I have 15 minutes like every single year, usually once or twice a year.
You're like, I'll come up with something
for
else.
the past
don't worry.
4 years. And it's like, yeah, like I have all kinds of like other opportunities, like projects that are coming to me, like more legitimate things. Like some huge PR agency just reached out to me and they're like, we want to put you on magazines. We want to do all these things for you. And it's like, I'm shooting for Playboy next week.
Yeah, what's next?
That is
Like,
so
what's
cool.
your goal going forward?
Well, I have a project that's like I'm working on that's going to be like a lot more mainstream
Okay.
and stuff. So like, I think it's just more legitimacy, but like people are coming to me with opportunities. So it's like people can look at like my scandals and say, oh, no one's going to ever want to work with her. And like there's a lot of people in the industry who wouldn't, but it's like the people who know like the
And are
game
smart.
who are smart
Right.
are always like wanting to get in with Ava Louise.
I feel like you look at everything through a business lens.
Yes.
Like while you're doing it, which is like
I think that's your niche, really.
But like people think that I'm just this terrible, awful human being. And they're like, oh my God.
like you know that girl on TikTok? She does like my PR moves or like what I would recommend.
Girl Boss Town.
Girl Boss Town. I feel like do you know who I'm talking about?
I think I know.
She's like, this is what I would do if I was like
Your PR manager.
for like road beauty or like whatever. And then she
Yeah.
like does like a fake, like, I feel like that's you, but in like a
For
sexy,
yourself.
fun.
It is for
Which is
myself.
more iconic.
Because I went to college for PR.
Okay.
And I mean, not that I studied, I just partied and did a bunch of drugs. Like, I really didn't go to class.
Did you graduate?
I did.
Okay, but see, you graduated with like
Where'd
a
you go to
PR.
school?
Rutgers.
Rutgers.
Okay.
Rutgers. I was, yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't really doing. In college, I was just like dating a bunch of drug dealers. I lived an absolutely insane life, and like those are some of the story times I do on TikTok. But like the only paper I ever got a 100 on was about Kim Kardashian's sex tape, and about how it was the most genius PR move of all time that built $1 billion like empire. And I was just like, Chris and Kim knew what they were doing with that. They marketed it well. They built something off of a mess. And there was one article written about me during the Jeffrey Kanye thing. And they said, this girl could rival them with her ideas because they're like, Kim got her leg up by making a sex tape and she got her leg up by licking a toilet seat. And I'm like, what's like, there's shame in both of it, but like, I own that. Like, I make a lot of money. I live comfortably. Like,
Right.
Totally.
I get to experience a whole different side of life because of it. Like,
And you have these envisions of like what you want everything to look like when it comes to, you know, collaborating with people.
Yeah.
If you had to say something to Monty directly, you can look at that camera. What would you say to him?
Monty signed the contract that we sent you a little while ago. Get on it. I'm telling you, this is your only chance to be famous. It is the only one.
And what's the contract about?
I don't think I can say, but it's a big deal. It's a
Okay.
big, you want to be mainstream, Monty? You want to be a star? You don't want to just be fighting with Young Gravy for the rest of your life? Sign the contract.
You heard
Stop
her.
being dumb.
I know we're kind of going all over the place, but I also wanted to just touch on when Addison was dating Bryce.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you made some stories and like we're trying to.
Oh yeah, I was trying to Bryce.
Totally. Did you ever hear from Addison?
No, she just posted on her Instagram saying mine, and I thought that was quite funny. I'm like, oh, Addison, like you actually wanted to address it? Like she didn't have to. She has millions of followers, and that was just adding fuel to my fire. I think I sent her a message and said thank you for being a good sport and playing along because like it helped me. But like I like short guys, so like I thought Bryce was attractive.
Have
back
you met
the
Bryce
day.
in person?
No, but him and Josh Richards love to talk about me.
They do.
We
love
saw
to talk
that.
about
They
you.
really do.
Yeah.
Have you met Addison ever?
No, I've never met Addison.
Would you want to?
You know what? I think I'm going to save her the trauma. So you can stay away from me, Addison. It's fine. I I feel
Yeah,
like-
what's your opinion on that? Like from her perspective with all this stuff going on with her mom and her dad.
I mean, I honestly think that her parents are from Louisiana. And when you put them in LA and suddenly give them access to celebrities and giant agents and money, I don't think a lot of people know how to handle it.
Right.
And it looks like what's happening. I think their daughter's smart for what she's done. I mean, she gets to go to the Met Gala now. Great PR moves, being friends with the Kardashians and stuff like that. I think that, I don't think they'll really affect her career because everyone's on her side. But like, her parents just don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah.
feel sad for her?
I mean, I feel bad. Obviously, I don't want to cause any more trauma for her, but like we all kind of have to get our leg up. It's the internet. Like when you sign up for it, you know what you're getting into. Not everyone's going to be perfect to you and stuff like that. So sorry, Addison, but not. But like, I was trying to help her dad. I'm still trying to help her dad. Like, we'll
Okay.
see if you see me and Monty together in the next couple of months. I finally got him
To sign
Okay.
a contract?
do some legitimate stuff.
My last question would be, you seem pretty involved in PR. You seem really interested and good at this sort of perspective thing when it comes to, okay, how are we going to get famous? How are we going to get people to care? And how am I going to stay relevant? Like I think it's really good. Why wouldn't you ever move to LA?
I might.
Okay.
I might move to LA. Like maybe, it really depends on like what I have going on right now and how successful that becomes and how it works out. Because I feel like living in LA though, it gives people the false idea that they've made it. Because every time I've been to LA, even when I only had like 60,000 followers, you go to these parties, you're with all these celebrities, you can hook up with them, and it like makes like you become friends with them, and like you're on their YouTube videos, you're on their Instagram.
It gives you like a false sense
of being important. And I see so many people who are like coming up in the influencer space who got these opportunities and made these friendships, but now they're so scared of pissing off their big, powerful friend that they won't like do anything for their own career. So I never wanted to end up like that, where it's like, because their opinions don't matter to me. Like I could care less like about the big YouTubers and stuff. Like,
Does someone come to mind?
yeah, there are some people. Like I look at like all of Tana Mojo's friends. It's like I looked at them and I was like, there was potential for some of you to be bigger than you are, but you were staying small to keep her big, and that's not how I roll. And it's like I look at like certain people like and stuff. Like there's so much negativity in this industry too, and it's like I honestly feel like a lot of these influencers got famous by accident. So they're not very smart. I got famous on purpose. So I know what I'm doing. I just don't fit in.
Yeah.
You know?
When I think you're different and you have like an edge.
Yeah.
I really do.
And it really, and it's like that intimidates people. And it's like maybe it's not going to make me the biggest one the fastest.
Because I think a lot of people care, right? Like all these influencers are like, okay, well, this has to be my brand. And you're like, I don't care as long as I'm like in.
Oh, I don't care what my
people are
brand
talking
is.
about
My
me.
brand can be awful. Like I licked a toilet seat, but I own that fully. I would do it again. If I knew licking a toilet seat would get me to date celebrity guys and like make as much money as I make now and get to be in Playboy, like I would have licked a toilet seat years ago. Like I could care less.